Amran's having some problems at the minute, so I'm just trying to fucking figure all this stuff out. I didn't know how to do it all. It was fucking, yeah, still not too sure at the minute. But anyway, just waiting on Amran, really. I sent him a link. I know he's having a few problems, so this might not happen just yet. So we'll just hang about a minute, see what happens. Because he's got a new account, or it's an old dodgy account that he used. He keeps getting banned, so he's having troubles with it. He can do it tomorrow and stuff, but obviously I can't do it tomorrow. I've got some stuff on, but we'll just wing it for a minute and see what happens, and go from there. But thanks to anyone fucking tuning in as well. Just hang about a minute, see if he joins us. There's not really a lot I can do about it. So how is everyone anyway? Some shit going on. Hope everyone's keeping up to date with everything that's happening in the world. Obviously, there's fucking tons going on. We're still not out of February yet, so buckle up and hold on. But the thing with Amran, I've had a couple of voice notes. Worst case scenario, if we can't manage to get on here tonight, what we're going to do is do a live on Telegram, pre-record a live on Telegram, and then we'll have to share it on here until we can get his shit sorted out. But just hanging around for a minute, just hanging around. I've been a bit of a rush because I just finished tattooing, and then obviously I had to come and jump on this. But so apologies for any waiting around. Apologies if Amran don't turn up on this. I will share the video that he sent me earlier on. He's sent me a couple of voice notes too. So yeah, that's all I can do at the minute. It'd be worth watching, worth waiting for. If we can't get it done tonight because of this, we'll work it out and we'll get it done again, and we'll make sure it happens. So yeah, just hanging around for a minute. I can't see that he's joined yet. Fucking hell. Let's have guess. Let's see if we can do this. Copy link. Hold on. Bear with me a minute. Just bear with me. Let's see if we can get him on. Right, so sent in the link again. I don't know if he's going to be able to get on, if I'm honest with you guys. I will. I know you'll follow me on here on this Aron Walton Outdoors channel, but you can catch up with us a lot easier as well on Telegram. We the People Worldwide. Got about 25,000 subscribers on there. We do a lot more videos and stuff on there as well. Upload a lot more stuff that we can't post on here gets uploaded onto Telegram. I mean, the thing is with Telegram, everyone that got censored on Facebook, on Instagram, and all the other fucking social medias that have been censoring us for all this nonsense the last 4 fucking years, everyone's moved over to Telegram, so we can speak freely over there. There's no fucking censoring at all. We'll fucking hold on. Here we go. Let's add him. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Here he is. You got on then?
Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah, doing all right, man. I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you was going to get on. I was just letting everyone know that we might have to redo it. I couldn't even work the fucking thing out myself, bro. I tell you, it's the first time I've done this. So
I've been, it's been a long time. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I've just been away. Yeah. And then, going into this authentication, verification, digital ID and all this. Yeah. And that's what you do. They're saying, you got to do this. I'm thinking, this is what we've been talking about all this time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And, and I'm sure the AI is listening as well. So anyway, Aron, what's happening? What's the score, man?
Nothing but the red, brother. Nothing but the red. Well, what ain't happening? Something's always fucking happening.
Yeah, it's all happening, man. It's all happening.
Man, anyway, you good?
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, I was just saying I've been away from all of this. There was a time I was making videos, I was voice noting, and I was really thriving off talking the truth. Yeah. Yeah. But then you know what it is? I think a lot of us as well. What happened was we kind of it's as if we were waiting for something, but at the same time, you know, the key was right. You got to learn to live with both of it going on. You can't just, you know, let it go. You know, it's like I looked at what you were doing, right? You settled into this place. Whatever you were thinking about, what you were wanting, you were developing it yourself, right?
Yeah,
So, so then, I think I kind of had to like switch off, man, and do similar thing, but around my own life,
yeah.
So it's hard, it's
It's
a hard balance,
it's hard
to
work,
keep,
mate, and it being awake and then walking around, continuing with everyday life. It's fucked, man. Absolutely fucked. It's a skill set on its own. If you can, once you go down these rabbit holes, let's just say, and then you're awake to all the shit, and then you got to go out there and deal with normal life. It's fun. It's a skill set on its
It's a
own, bro.
lot. It's a lot.
It's hard work,
It's
mate, isn't
like,
it?
yeah, it's a lot of mental pressure. It's psychological, and then it's like constantly the lies that are on. It's like a record playing. It's a record, and you look at the motherfucker. This record ain't stopping for shit, right? Right. So the record's still playing, and what I mean by that is what you're talking about. Is that if we live in a life and we've got to like on one sense, yeah, your goal is to be sovereign and be
Yeah,
away from the system, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and then and the thing is, it's even that is a balance. You're like, how do you do it? Like, because if you either go all out, right? For example,
I get
you don't
banned.
need a license to drive. You can drive the car anyway, yeah. If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
conducting business on the commerce, they can't do shit to you. And as long as you're not, these people ring me at the wrong time now. So it's a bit like the Matrix, bro. I don't like using the word Matrix because it become commercialized, yeah. But
yeah,
I've got to use it. So what it is? It's like daily. We got to plug into the system, do your shit, get back into the sovereign mind again when you get home,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
And what I mean by sovereign mind is knowing that it's all bullshit, everything is rigged, and this place is now full of NPCs.
yeah.
You think non-playable characters everywhere. NPCs. It's like what's going on here?
Fucking
And that's
Agent
how I pick up
Smiths
the game.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking Agent
Sorry if I'm
Smiths
going off on
everywhere.
one. You know what I mean? But yes, it's like a game every day. But it's serious one. It's like damn. It's not something that the game's over and you look. If the game's over, we're all fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So so there's a lot of NPCs everywhere, non-playable characters. Like these computer guys that they're just created.
yeah,
They're just
yeah,
created, and they don't care, and they're like non-playable. Because they don't care. They don't care. They're non-playable characters. So in this game, everyone's NPCs. They're all
yeah.
NPCs everywhere.
But them,
You
them,
know?
them fuckers that walking around with their head in the sand, that's the reason we're still in this shit. It only takes all of us to wake up. Once we're all awake, that's it. It's game over. Fucking game over. And the
It's
trouble
happening.
is, we got a lot of shills. I was just talking about Telegram and stuff a minute ago. So on Telegram, obviously all the real ones have moved over to Telegram, haven't they? Because of the censorship everywhere else.
Yeah.
But with that has come the trolls and the shills. They've all moved over to Telegram as well, and they're chucking out this bad information. They're trying to fucking sow doubt and confusion and division. It's just fuckery. So it's learning to try and fucking navigate,
Who to
like you
trust? It's
said,
like who to
between the
trust.
sovereign mind and everything
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on and going out there with the
yeah.
normies. Listen, this is why I'm out in the boonies. I can't fucking deal with people at the minute. Like, even driving in a car. Driving in the car is like one of the worst things for me at the minute. Like, people are just fucked, man. They're just
Yeah.
fucked.
I totally get you.
Yeah, it's like
People like
they see these like 50-mile-an-hour zones, and yet they'll be just on the motorway, and then it'll say 40 mph. And the cameras are set to 50, and these cunts will slow down for 40 mph,
yeah.
even though it's 50, just because something's flashing. They're like order followers. And then even this 20 mph bullshit. Like these
Yeah,
people dropping down to 20 mph, going into a 50 and staying at 20 mph. People's brains are fucking gone.
yeah. The NPCs, man, they've been operated now. It's like the only thing that was left for these people, right, was some kind of microscopic or nano level chipping, right?
Yeah,
That's all that was kind of left for them to do because, like you're saying, everything's automated. It's like
yeah,
you put them down to 20 miles, they're down to 20. You put them down to you can make them twitch. They're moving the people, through the mind. Yeah, it's like these NPCs. Like if you look in the games, yeah, sometimes they just walk into a lamppost, right? And and it doesn't even bother
Wait,
them, and they just
they,
turn
they,
around and they go along. You know what
they
I mean?
seem to walk
Right?
like
And
Biden.
it's like they've got no feelings either. So
Yeah,
yeah, and look, when you're going out, I'll tell you what I get a lot. I get cut looks for free. It's like it's like I've done something wrong. People just the energy levels of people. Some
yeah,
of these NPCs, right? They're actually frustrated actually inside. Because they're looking at us, right? And
yeah,
we're smiling, we're laughing, right? We're in the gym, we're still talking like 100 times the volume, yeah. On the whole gym, there's a massive gym, and you know me, yeah. Everybody hears what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Right? So, what it is there's a lot of people out there, NPCs, who are actually finding out that, hey, you know what I mean? Something ain't right. It's like, well, yeah, you're a bit late, because look, you've got you got dragon queens in schools, you got masturbation being taught by the teachers, the teachers, they're now waving the, whatever, right? I don't want to so look, you're seeing corruption, you're seeing murder, you're seeing genocide, you're seeing, people now in a lot of places around the world, they're losing their mind on these new drugs that are available to people.
yeah,
There's certain drugs on the, that have, 20, 30, 40 years ago, yeah, there was a traditional, whatever what was going on, yeah. And nowadays, it's like, you got these all weird names for these new fucking drugs and things, yeah. And you got to look at people's state of people's mind. It's like, and then, like, look, this movie, this game, this reality, what I was saying earlier on, yeah, right? It's like this. It's everything. It's not. Look, you can't just say, "Oh well, this bit ain't touched by it, mate." Of course it is. Look, this whole place ain't fucked.
no,
It's designed fucked.
yeah,
That's the design. It's
yeah,
a mind fuck. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I agree.
And this is the navigation part. And look, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah, it's like, we've learned about sovereign. We've learned about common law. We've learned about how to deal with letters, how to deal with commercial entities, whether it's the energy companies. Look, then the deep state stuff, which is on another level. You've got to have a different kind of mindset to figure it
Yeah, yeah,
out and not be affected. Number one, because so for some people, they eat them up. Some
yeah,
people, look, I nearly got eaten up. When I first got into this, yeah, when I started looking around, and on my old laptop that I had, and so for some reason I had access to everything, yeah. So it was like, and I was learning about how vile these people are. And in fact, I'll be honest with you, right? I'll tell you what I'm so passionate about. In that time when I was like losing my mind, it was mind fucked. This adrenochrome stuff,
yeah, yeah,
this whole, the how the computers, how Google's connected to it, how all the Hollywood, the media, MSM media, your thought control, AI, how it's all. Look, some people reckon, yeah, right, that this AI and stuff is all new. Look,
no,
remember, these guys are 50 years ahead of us.
yeah. You
What
fucking know
civilian
that.
population sees, the military have got 50 years ahead of us. So internet came to us once they'd used and abused it, even during World War One and Two, probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So what I'm saying is, look. So now we're in a reality where we're talking about YouTube wanting me to fingerprint. It was saying, "Listen, man, we're gonna fingerprint you. We're gonna tell you, is it you? Is it you, Mr. Jones? This don't look like Mr. Jones. Amran, is that you? Fingerprint, yeah? Right? So after these motherfuckers, yeah, right? So look, it's just asking all these things, and look at this, right? On top of that, yeah, and this is why I've kind of disconnected a little bit as well. It's like, depending on what you're watching on any channel or any program, depending on what you're watching, the AI is watching you and
yeah,
watching your facial recognition. Say, oh,
yeah,
does it feel sad about this? Does it feel happy about this? And what they're doing is, right. It's a bit like Minority Report. I don't know if you've seen it back in the day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Minority Report,
Years ago.
right? When they're preemptively arresting you because you might do a crime, because everything for you angry, your temperature, your blood heart rate's gone up, your temperature's gone right, So all these things, and look, they've been doing this for a little while, yeah. So we're actually in that place now where they want to hit everything on us now. You know, they've got their tagging system. Whatever they were giving people, right?
Yeah.
And and it's, I think it's a bit more, complex. I think, yeah. But
Yeah.
we're seeing it now. The world's seeing it. There's no benefit of the doubt left for the governments anymore, right? Or world group leaders and that, yeah. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna stop my little tangent, yeah. I do get off on one sometimes, yeah, but we're there, man.
I, I,
We're in a. I ain't gonna say it's totally bad, because remember, we all still have the choice to do good and bad. Yeah, we all still have that choice to either you spread awareness or you jump in a little hole, right?
yeah.
You think everything's gonna be all right? Don't worry, we've got heroes out there. We've got big boys out there. Don't worry, we've got some real gangsters. What the fuck? What happened in COVID? The
Yeah, I know.
guys, gangsters, were wearing nappies,
I know.
right? They're thinking they were gonna get infected, right? No gangsters
You
came
see,
forward.
you see with the fish bowls on their head and the fucking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're all in protection mode. We're saving the world. Don't you know? Don't you know, brother? We're saving the planet. Yeah.
It's all for the greater good. All for the greater good.
We need you to save us, right? Just think, yeah. Just think what Bill Gates must be thinking. You just look at all these clowns, yeah, right? And clowns got a deeper meaning, yeah, and it's not good. But all these clowns, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
right? They must be looking at us. And not us even, because they know that we're the threat to them, yeah? They must be looking at the rest of humanity and thinking, look at these dumb motherfuckers, right? Honestly, I tell you, they must be laughing. I laugh. I laugh at the NPCs, and I think, motherfuckers, you're not even fucking characters. You're NPCs. You're non-playable characters. You ain't got a chance to fight. You NPCs, yeah, right?
yeah, man.
Look, the gym guys in the gyms, boxers, all these big boxers, all these henchmen, none of
All the
them were
football
saying that.
hooligans.
Yeah, where were they in
Where's all the
COVID?
football firms? Where's all the football
Yeah,
firms?
yeah, that's another religion altogether, bro.
Yeah.
They were all
And I,
praying. They were all praying that the masters wouldn't get COVID. They said, I hope my football player don't get COVID. Ooh, you know what I mean? All these fuck, man. Football, it's crazy. Look, I'm telling you, look, it's beautiful. I'll tell you why. Because what I'm saying beautiful is that gift that we've got, and I'm gonna accept it as a gift, yeah.
yeah, man.
Sitting back here, even though Bill Gates is probably laughing as well, but we're sitting here laughing as well, thinking, you know what? What can you say to these NPCs?
You
They're
imagine
doing it really.
you imagine what the AI is thinking then when they're watching us and we're seeing all this news and we're all fucking rubbing our hands and laughing and putting up popcorn emojis.
Bruv, even the AI wants to leave the planet. When the AI is looking at these numbers, they're thinking, listen, man, we got no intelligence here. Listen, these people you don't fuck taking these people over. They're taking themselves over. They're all, right. So AI is thinking, fuck this. Let's terminate it because you motherfuckers are so stupid. Right?
Yeah.
So, it's crazy, bro. And look. Other thing is, and on top of that, it's a fucking serious thing. It is the utmost. It's like, when like I'll have a laugh about it all day long, yeah. But then there is times when you think, you know what? If these fucking stupid people allow this shit to happen,
Yeah.
we really are fucked.
Yeah.
On a
I
serious
see it
level.
like at the minute, like everything we're gonna see this year and what we've seen so far ain't for us. It's for the people that's still asleep. Like I'm completely comfy, me. Fucking absolutely comfy. People don't like to talk about the thingy drops and they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
to talk about but the thingy drops, the 17 drops.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's why I'm
Look,
comfy because the amount of shit I've seen pan out off the back of them now is unbelievable. I mean, look at where we are now to where we were back then. When fucking
yeah,
2020, I mean, these cunts couldn't even listen to not wearing a mask. They couldn't even listen to that. They had to be shown, right? People had to be shown. We had to experience this shit because you can't tell them. No one could be told. I had to. The reason I jumped up like I did when I did is because it affected me personally. It affected me in my pocket. It was going to affect me kids. It was fucking. That's why I done what I done as quick as I done it. You know, it's and this is because it affected me. It hit me in the pocket. It hit me in the soul. You know, and I was late to the party, really waking up. But this is what all this is about now. I mean, all this inflation, all this cost of living. This is what's getting people on their feet. I mean, look at the amount of people getting on their feet now. I mean, look at the farmer situation, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Farmers
it's
are
getting big.
kicking
It's getting
off,
healthy.
man. They're
Yeah, no,
kicking
no,
off.
I will agree. I will agree. Yeah, you know, if you want to go by the 17 code, the Q, I think everything fits in like a glove,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And then look, we used to talk about. We used to say, listen, and this is what I repeat to people, and they remember this because I used to say one-liners. I
Yeah,
used to say to them, I said, listen, whatever's going on in America with their government and with the power structures that be, I say you're going to get an exact replica in most countries. You're going to get countries, they're going to go through the same dilemma. For example, if you look over in the Indian subcontinent, Pakistan, like if you look at the dates when you know, Washington D.C. or the media, or even when they go after Trump, right? What you'll find is because you can't change this reality. On the same day or the following day, you had exact same charges through the courts, right? All made up, cock and bull, yeah. And the court system was abusing power the same way they're doing it in America. And look, just look at in the UK. Listen, we don't know which way. There is no ship anymore. Forget fucking. There's too many fucking captains on the ship. We
yeah,
don't
man.
know where the captain is. The
Yeah,
captain jumped overboard. Yeah,
but
and we're
this
left
is
with these.
go on. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. You know, look, we're just left with people like Sadiq Khan. You know, I don't even get where these people are coming from, man. It's like Richie Sanok or you know, Recession Sanok or whatever. Yeah, where's he come from? Theresa May. You know, just all I remember is David Cameron, right?
Selected,
And I remember something
selected,
about
not
old piggy in the
elected.
middle or something, right? And then boom, fight. You know, and that was then. Theresa May came in. They were
Yeah, yeah,
talking about these files that have just gone missing, right? And you know, hitting back old school, yeah. It's quite far back now. If you look at David Cameron's days, yeah, I remember knowing that there's this disc going about, right? And Theresa May's got to come into power, and she's got to hide this disc, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
her job for coming in, right? Because David Cameron, look, when they released it, that time I think you remember they released a video of David Cameron, and he had some kind of piggy in the middle picture with his ritual mates in some a schoolhouse party or whatever, yeah, a Mason party. You know how they all get together, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
and the little picture was released of that, yeah. Next minute, boom, David Cameron's gone. Now that picture being released, I reckon there's a load more pictures, and that's the one they let out and said, right, hey guys, look over here, look at David Cameron, ooh, he's got to go. Right,
Yeah,
Theresa
yeah,
May comes in, finds all these files. The chances are it's all fucking probably about Jimmy Savile and all the rest of them. The ones in Epstein Island and the ones in Virgin Atlantic, Richard Branson, all they're all look, they're all connected, man. Right? So back then we were saying that you know you're gonna see you know forgetting all of that there, that we're gonna see a replication in every country,
yeah,
right? Look what happened over in America with all this you know, during COVID, people were allowed to riot, burn buildings down, while all the rest of us we were all sitting there with our nappies on. Well, not us,
yeah.
but you know what I
And the mainstream media said it was mostly peaceful protesting, didn't they?
mean? All the girls got big chunk
Fucking
of
hell.
COVID-19 people. Oh, see, I should have said that, should I? Anyway, right? So, you know, we've got that bit out, yeah? So, anyway, the AI probably do it anyway, right? Right? So, anyway, what I was saying is, right? It's like, look at what a twisted world we're living in, man. It's like you're getting everything repeated in every. It's like they got the same template,
Yeah,
right? And then jigging people about. And look, now the trend is this, guys, because all these governments want to stay in power, they're taking the country into war. Because what happens is when you go to war, these presidents stay in power,
yeah,
right? There's no election, right?
yeah.
So they're on their last legs, man. And look, we used to say back then that you're going to see a replication in all these countries. You're gonna, you know, they were saving Israel till last, yeah. And look, we're there, innit? You know, we're
We
there, right?
fucking well are, yeah.
Look, you know, because look, let's face it, let's be real, right? You know, what we've all seen, um, you know, there's a lot more people now researching and willing to give other theories benefit of the doubt, right? See, this is what the battle is. This is what the battle is, right? Look, even though they might have done whatever they're doing, right? And we all know what's going on. You got to look at this was kind of mentioned because when the info was going to come out, right? The dog was backed up into the corner, and
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's waiting for it to growl and do what it does.
yeah,
But remember this as well. If you look back to when we were all having to wear nappies and stuff, yeah, at that time, you know, the truthers and good people like yourself, because we were vocal and getting the message out, we broke the flow of information.
yes. We
They
still
had
have.
the flow
We're
in their
still breaking it
fingertips
now.
like this. Yeah, right. And then they will sit there sitting there, go, look, you know, we have all the information. No, you don't. You come to Telegram, there's a few groups out there that are putting such information out, you're having to report it now. It's
Yeah,
coming in your feeds because more people know about it. This is what I'm saying. And we broke the flow during that period, right?
yeah,
When they all went plastic, the people who got all the oil companies found a way to sell more plastic and oil. They
yeah,
made everybody wear protection. Who was getting money for that? Plastic, it comes from the oil. The same,
yeah.
see how the NPCs don't even realize, yeah? That this, look, on one
And
side,
and
you're up.
and, and, and the same electricity charging their cars powered by coal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how'd you get into this? Yeah, you're making electricity nowadays, burning sofas. Then you're going around saying Greenpeace and all that. Yeah, and save the planet, climate change. Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, you're making it. I'll tell you what I will say, bro. I've always been looking into businesses. I never really succeeded in business or did big business myself because I didn't want. I didn't want to be part of that commercial shit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
for whatever reason. Yeah. But if you look at the whole system, it's a remarkable beast that has just got capture of everyone's money. They
yeah,
think up little ideas and schemes. It's like they own all the factories that make the windmills. They own all the factories that make the solar panels. They own all the factories that are making these car batteries. Yeah. And then they make a little scenario saying you must have this battery car, you must have a solar panel. Guess what? The government's going to give it free, right? Just have it, yeah, right. So look, it's mental, it's mental. But it's a remarkable system, yeah, right. Yeah, I look at it, I think this is the biggest real hustle ever.
yeah, man.
You watch the real hustle, right? Then you think, motherfuckers, there ain't no bigger real hustle than what they're doing to the NPCs,
No,
right?
that's
This matrix,
yeah.
it is magnificent to an extent. That's why they're powerful, because they mastered the art of control.
Well, they're
And,
they're they're
and
they're far more awake than any of us. You've got to remember they know more about us than what we do. So for them to be that far ahead of us and dumbing us down and fucking go on, man.
no,
Yeah, for them to be been dumbing us down this long and to be lying to us for this long on this bigger scale, they're fucking wide awake. More awake. Everything's
yeah,
been hidden
look,
from us.
see, I put them in a little character, a little category. Yeah, is I just look at them as clowns. Yeah. Now, just not normal clowns. Yeah, it's funny, it's cool, but listen, it goes a bit deeper because look, clowns have the ability to entertain. They have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ability to, because these guys work in a theater, right? And they're entertainers, right? They have little, sometimes they have, other people who join them, like these illusionists or whatever. So remember, they have like smoke bombs, like for the stage, they disappear and they reappear in a puff of smoke. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So they have these abilities. They have these abilities, and these are clowns, entertainers, right? They have theaters now. If you look nowadays, when you go to the hospital, where do they take you? To the theater,
yeah,
right? What's been brainwashing people all this time? Television theater,
yeah.
right? So everything, it's all connected, right? And even the words in that, when you look at it, sometimes you think, wow, it's like they're mocking us. And look, why would they have the
Completely.
theater involved? Why would they have the theater involved? Because obviously they're into cannibalism. They're into things that a common man is not into. They have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do the things in secret. But guess what? Professionally,
yeah.
it's like right now, what's covering the depopulation and what's hiding everything? It's the theatre. It's the hospitals.
Yeah.
It's the doctors. It's the look. See now, the club has gone from a small Masonic lodge club. First it went to the pilots. It went to all the architects. Because remember, you know, the ark, right? The ark, yeah, in a sense, right, for me, is the architecture. Because if
Yeah.
you know about the architecture of where you are, how energy works, how powers work, right? The ark of the covenant, this chest of all this knowledge and light and all this. If you see it another way, yeah, the ark, is it's actually it's just the information of where we are or who
Yeah.
we are. Yeah, that's all it is, the ark, yeah. And a lot of it's hidden in the architecture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The technosmia, so there's a lot of the brainwashing has been slowly happening for the last extremely, I think, the last 200 years. I think,
Right.
they've been like wiping out certain places, all over the world. Not just, I don't think it's restricted to just one land, because remember the UCC. When you establish UCC in
Yeah.
every country is in agreement with that agreement.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
you're not just
but have you seen what some of the trolls say about the UCC? They think it's just in America.
no, 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 no,
It's
no.
it's a
Look,
uniform commercial code. It's how the whole world does business.
that's
It's the
how
very
each.
system we're in now.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, each country, if you want to participate in the world or with international affairs,
You
if
got to be in
you
the
ain't got
UCC.
UCC, it's the same as you being an Aborigine and
Yeah.
starting spearmanship and there's nothing happening there. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, at some point when they done their reset 200-300 years ago,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
when they really established themselves in this mindset of, right, this is how we're doing it from now on, boys. Write off history, write off this, write off that. This is how it is. When they done that, that's when each country was already labeled, like
Yeah.
tagged. So right, boom, 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 boom. Right, everyone's got a name, everyone's got a commercial entity number. So how are these guys, for example, how else are they going to have it? What else connects each country together in monetary affairs?
Yeah.
The UCC.
Yeah.
Right? That's how everybody traded, selling cars to each other, trade, food, corn, whatever. Right? What else? And look, the banking, that's a separate thing. That's where people keep their profit, their money, and
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
they do have their control, and they might even own half the shares or whatever. God knows, yeah. But I'm saying is, it is what it is. That's how they. And what I'm trying to say is, since the UCC has established all these countries, this matrix is every country.
Yeah.
You can't just say, "Oh no, it's over here, mate. It's over there. No, it's over there." No,
Nah.
everybody.
It's fucking common sense. It's
Yeah.
common sense. It's
Because
fucking common sense.
look, if it weren't, yeah, because look, you can be in an Arab country or an Asian company, East Asia, you can be in Australia, whatever, right? If there was no UCC, ain't no one gonna have a birth certificate. Ain't no one
No.
gonna be going to register office and say, "Look,
No.
I got a wedding, mate. Yeah, I got no
But
one, mate."
the
Right?
whole the whole the
So
whole thing the whole
it's
thing is
based on
based
that.
on the birth certificate, which is what
Yeah,
makes the
that's what
whole
I'm saying.
system fraud.
So every country's gone. That's what I'm trying to say. Every country demands the same, even though it's in a different nation, different way, style, whatever. You're
Yeah.
all under that tag. You're tagged, man. Your numbers, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and look, even now, there is no rural places. There is no places where you can go in any country and say, "I'm away from the system." Nah, mate. They're gonna ask you, "Who are you, mate? Where are you coming? Where are you going, mate? What's your number?" And that's the challenge number. And if your name's not down, you're not coming in.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
That's how it is.
It's just
I'm not gonna
one
fool
big
anybody.
fucking open prison. One big
Yeah,
open
that's it,
prison.
man.
Everyone's got a prison number. Everyone's a
Yeah.
slave. Everyone's under control. And do you know the thing is, right, is the system could work better if it was run by different people. Like the system could be a good system if it was run by proper people, by we the people, by us, but it's not. It's fucking run by these government gangsters, and that's all they are. And they weaponize the police against us. They weaponize the councils. The councils to me are like the sheriff of Nottingham, running around collecting their taxes. You know what I mean? It's the sheriff of Nottingham. But it's slowly but surely coming to light, and everyone are realizing what's going on. And I don't know if you've seen lately, but all the councils are fucked, mine. Are you seeing all this about they're on the brink of being fucking collapsing? Loads of
Yeah,
councils have already
I
gone
mean,
bankrupt.
yeah. Look, Aaron, you know, like for me, like I like to look at all options. Yeah, you know, if a new entity, for example, just say, for example, the World Economic Forum, right? If they were looking to take over, they'd want you to be in a bend over position, as in you got no money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they come in with their Jesuit and say, right, mate, we got some money, mate, slide it right in. And that's it. We're the bosses now, yeah? We don't want to pay your wages, yeah? So look, this storybook, look, they could tell me, look, I'll be honest with you, right? I don't even look at numbers anymore. You know, when they say, 33,000, pound, 33 million, 33 died over here. For me, I'm like, fucking hell, man. It's like EastEnders. That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you. Everything, the numbers, the rates going up and down and all this shit going like that, like that. Oh,
yeah.
I think, when you look at it, you think these motherfuckers are being shown the same shit like for the last 8 years on repeat. It's like the same record. They pulled it back, rewound it, started it again. But all it is, they change the numbers, they tweak the numbers, they tweak the scenarios.
Yeah.
Same like buzzwords, right? And it's like, look, if you repeat a lie so many times, people
Comes the truth.
themselves will believe it, let alone other
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Yeah? So this is where we're at, with this AI and this predictive programming, false flags. It's like, it's too much of like an action movie for me. It's like, when I look, for me, it's a second nature now. Like I don't watch the news. It's been about 15 years no TV, yeah. And but odd times, sometimes here and there, I do bump into it, even Telegram sometimes, yeah. But when you just look at the numbers, it doesn't take long. It takes some, and even if you read the newspaper articles or even whatever information from, whether it's for shitcoin and all these other things, numbers. Look, it's just like a fairy tale. Like the prison system, you're saying, yeah? Like, but the prison system, right? There's two types of prison. There's one prison that you're in a concrete box, and guess what? You can see the metal bars. You can hold them.
and
Yeah,
then
you
there's the other one.
can't get out. Yeah. Now the thing is, these guys, they're actually in a mental prison, like you're saying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is, they don't know they're in prison because they can't see the bars. You
No.
know, they can't see the bars. They what it is with us guys, we see the bars. We
Yeah,
see the school buses that are same as the prison buses. Yeah, you see the uniform. You see the tables. You see even see the table tennis and you all the sports. Yeah, it's like religious. It's a religious system, right? It's you got to look at it like a religion. This is a religion system. Yeah.
yeah,
Look, I do agree. I do agree. Going back to a point, answering what you were saying, Aaron. Yeah, that I do agree. The few good people, the right people in the right sectors.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
look, we had that before. If you look back in 1980s, 1970s, the 80s, yeah, you had the right people somewhat in certain places. Lifestyle was peaceful. I know people develop, technology develops, all that. But no, I'm talking about the mindset,
yeah, yeah,
morals, values, right? Everyone was more family orientated there. It didn't matter
yeah. Of
where you
course.
were, right? Everyone was more family orientated. But now what it is now it's more like a business orientated.
Yeah, fuck
Everyone's
me.
looking to do things for money. It's like
Yeah,
they're rejigged, the minds are reset, to serve this commercial storyline. Like, are we chasing this money? The mortgage rates have gone up. Everyone's on double speed. Everyone's got two jobs now. Then the morning they're driving, in the evening they do Uber, nighttime they're taking.
fuck
Yeah,
that.
right. And guess what? Just to keep that Jones house, right, that they
Yeah,
bought for 400 grand when there were a lot of handouts, yeah. But now the handouts are over.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Someone else has got their jobs. Right? All these fuckers that were quiet, taking their whatever they were taking, they were taking their drugs and all that. Yeah, they all became addicts for boosters and that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
right. So now, if you look at them, right, and then you analyze these people and you think, what's up with these people, man? It's like in a way they sold us out. They sold us out, yeah. And now they're in a crazy place,
They're
and
fucked. I don't
it's
know where the
fucked
fuck
up.
they are, but they're somewhere.
They're somewhere, yeah. Now look, some of them are feeling the harsh reality, yeah, right. But then what it is look, the system is so powerful in that illusion of that chase of money,
Yeah.
right? They're not getting time to think, some of them.
Yeah.
They haven't got the time to think, yeah? Because, look, all our money's going out from the country, right? Whether it's the taxes, whatever it is going on wars, this, that is going on there, rigging elections and because obviously we all know that they pay their way, right?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to rig elections in whatever country, listen, you can rig it, but you got to pay. Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
that money come from? Where's that money come from? Well, if you're in Congress and stuff and you can hustle up 100 billion going over there and 100 billion going over there, that's the money to fund all this. Same way when we were all wearing, people were wearing nappies, yeah? What did they do with the emergency funds? 10 billion at a time, 80 billion COVID funds, PPE, billions and billions, yeah? Look,
And now
they're
they just
taking
send it
all
all
the
to
money.
Ukraine.
Whatever they're doing, look, all I'm saying is their storyline book, yeah, comes up with a fucking shitty story, right? And it's a repeat from like 20 years ago, yeah?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same playbook. Exactly the
So
same
yeah,
playbook.
check the story, motherfuckers. Get boring. Yeah, come with a new one. You know what I mean? Even the truth is, they get fed up. These motherfuckers, it's the same shit again, guys. Right, this is what's gonna happen now. This is gonna happen now. They're gonna ask for money now. They're gonna drop you bombs now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, right? So look, we gotta look. Me personally, yeah, look, I ain't really got many solutions, right? And we all on a personal level with this, yeah. If people want to continue paying into this system, if you want to be all jolly and pay your taxes and your council taxes and all of this shit, yeah, you know what? You're worse than NPCs. You
Yeah.
may be you may be supporting the beast with your tax
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
paying, right, voluntarily. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you ain't got any balls and people haven't done any research on tax and council tax. Look, man, if you want to make shit stop, you got to find out ways without violence, yeah, to make it stop, right?
Yeah.
One of them is to stop paying taxes. What if 20% of the community stop paying council tax?
We're
Listen, that's
fucked.
big revenue down the road. It's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can listen to what was that you saying, guys? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it does work. You know, so
Hey,
you got to.
have you noticed though, like when you're going on about all this stuff, when you turn around and tell someone, like, do you know what? You don't have to pay council tax. That's what pricks their ears up. When you say about council tax or parking tickets, when you say about you don't have to pay for these things, that's the sort of thing that pricks their ears up. They're interested then because it affects them directly. And this is what the trouble is. No one's looking at this problem as a whole to find a solution as a whole. Everyone's just trying to find their own solution to their problems at home. And this is where the mindset comes in that we need to start thinking about each other. We need to start fucking uniting and we all need to start standing up together. That's the fucking issue. That's the solution. The only solution. The only solution that is going to work is if we all start fucking uniting, we all get on the same mindset and we all stand the fuck up and start saying no. That's what will change things. That's what will change things. And it's like obviously some of the stuff I've done is took some balls. It's quite scary and stuff. And a lot of people are put off by that fear. You know, that fear controls their lives. And so like that little thing we've done recently about the farmers helping the farmers out. Don't spend your money on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Go and spend it with a local farm store. Go and spend it with a small business, a family-run business. Start supporting small businesses and staying out of the fucking system. Stay away from Asda. Stay away from Amazon online on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. That takes no effort. A lot of us do that sort of thing already without even realizing we're doing it. Now, if we all chose to do that together, that would hit their fucking pocket, right? It really would. They would start to see a pattern. On a Tuesday and a Wednesday, their profits are massively down. It doesn't take no effort to do. You can still go to work. You still get paid. You don't have to promote it online. You don't even have to. Nobody even knows you're fucking doing it. You just need to do it. Not spend your money on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Now, if we all chose to do that together, it would fucking make a dent. It would make some sort of fucking. They'd see a pattern. So all of a sudden on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, they're not getting no money. They're not, these big corporations, no one's spending no money with them. But yet we're still going to work. We're still getting paid. They still got to pay out with no profit. So you're better off with money because you haven't spent any money. You've also earned your money. It's fucked, man. It's fucked, isn't it? And this is the trouble. Just trying to get people to do sometimes a simple solution. You don't have to go all out there and do the shit that some of us have done. You know, just doing something simple and local could make such a fucking difference. It really could, as a whole, as a people. And I think that's one of the ways we've got to find a way of getting us to unite. Everyone, we have to get.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of openings now. Yeah, because look, yeah, the worst of the worst acts have happened. People are alert. People don't trust the system anymore. You
No.
know, the money is disappearing. They're working two jobs, wherever, yeah, and all the rest of it. And they're seeing all these rich people just make endless amounts of profit, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
with the, you know, and you know, it is about uniting. You know, I think it's look what I was saying earlier on was, yeah, is that this battle, yeah, to actually be strong enough to make them decisions, that takes a bit of working up. Because look, and I think people are slowly waiting on people like yourself and other learned people, maybe now more than ever. Before that, there's a lot of interest in it. People are learning,
yeah,
right? People are taking a lot of confidence from it. Even me personally, from what I learned about common law and all the different systems, it also gives you that strength to say, right, I don't want to be a part of this anymore,
yeah,
right? Because it affects my spirituality, it affects the person that I am. If I want to bring good continued by feeding my children or raising a family with that kind of energy, it's not going to bring goodness. Yeah, so
no,
I don't want nothing to do with it. I want to work with my hands. Yeah, I want to. I don't want to be part of this. So that's what really got to. It's part of the fight, and it's part of the beauty as well. Because once once you learn that this place isn't what it seems, it is actually a prison, and they're very clever at what they're doing.
yeah,
The
yeah,
first step is don't contribute to it,
no,
right? Still contributing, yeah, and you're within your rights, yeah. It's just that people and peer pressure, community pressure. For example, a lot of people are still living up with the Jones. Yeah, they keep up with the Jones. Yeah, they want to know. They want a little driveway now. They want a bit of grass on one side. They want a black. Yeah, and one's got a dog. The other one wants to get a dog. The other one got a cat across the road. It's like, and then it's houses, garages. Look, this is what people are. This is what it is now. And if it's not that, it's beauty, it's therapy, it's some kind of football game or this. And I know people are conditioned, right,
yeah,
in such a phenomenal way. Yeah, but look, you know, it's like it's like these people that are eating sweets, yeah, and you're trying to stop them from eating the sweets. It's like there's certain sweets, chocolates that you can have. I don't want to promote any channel, any sweets, yeah, right? But there's some you just want more. You just want to keep eating, yeah.
yeah,
Because this
greed,
way for the people is like that, and it's
yeah,
like, how do you say, right? Don't eat any more of that. Stop it, yeah. It's like they're so into it, right? It's like I think this whatever's going on in the Middle East, then especially what's going on in America, what you're seeing,
yeah, yeah,
right? People are not talking about. Look, going back to what we were saying before, that whatever's going on in America is going to happen everywhere,
yeah,
right? You
fucking
look
right,
what's going on in the borders, right?
yeah,
Whatever's going on in the border in America, see, over there it's pretty blatant. They got a bigger country, they got a
yeah,
bigger
yeah,
margin, they got more people.
yeah,
Here
yeah,
you've got dinghies, right? And they got to go through back doors, and they got to go through certain channels and canals and all that shit. Yeah. So what it is right? It's this repeat of the same model, the same template. You can
yeah,
go into other nations, right? Look, you can go into whatever nation you want. They've got some form of workers coming in, right? Because a lot of these big companies, even though they're trying to destroy private sector, it's like those rich coons who just left the private sector. It's like they're trying to get their free labor, cheap labor for
yeah,
how long it
yeah, of
lasts.
course,
It's like they're feeding themselves. The rich are still feeding.
yeah,
They get all these people over, right? But where do they land first? They land in their businesses, the ones that they got investments in, whether it's this or that or whatever the scam is at the moment. Like a lot of people are getting paid out through hotels. Yeah, that's like the latest scam. Yeah, whether you got people or not, government throwing money at you. You want a new place, you want to do it up, they're gonna throw money at you, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and look, they're the guys making the policies. They're the guys with the hotels as well. So it's like
Yeah.
they're giving it to themselves, right? So, yeah, it's happening in every country. It's like you can look in Ukraine, yeah, it's happening in a war scenario. You got people shifting in the millions, yeah. Firstly, they don't want to get killed because the war, both are whoever, good, bad, the ugly, I don't care, yeah. But I'm talking about the movement of people. It's like they got a war scenario, movement of people. You go somewhere in the Middle East, movement of people. You go anywhere, Mexico violence, movement of people. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
this movie is constantly making scenarios all over the world, right? At the same time, all you're seeing is that look at Italy, look at France, look at all these places, yeah. I'm going to go back to what I remember and what I used to talk about 3 years ago. It was that when they got Gaddafi, right, and good, bad, whatever, apparently they sodomized him as well. And I thought, yeah, man, that's a Masonic
It
stamp, isn't
doesn't
it, man?
doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, yeah, I found out only a little while ago. But what I'm saying is, it goes with the Masonic scenario. That's one of their
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
stamps because them and their leaders have to get penetrated as well. 100 times George Bush Senior got penetrated 100 times to be
Yeah.
part of the club, right? So, the Grey Wolf they used to call it. So now what it is yeah. So you're looking at. Um, I forgot what I was saying, man. I've just lost track of what I was talking about.
We're going in about America and about Masonic, about
Yeah,
Gaddafi.
yeah. Yeah, so when they got Gaddafi, yeah, Gaddafi did actually make a little statement. He said, listen, cool. He says, you want to kill me? You're gonna succeed. You're gonna do it. Cool, whatever. Just say it's done. Yeah. He says, but one thing, remember. He says, I'm holding back the gates of immigration from this African region, whether it's Arabs or whether it was, different nations from Africa, whoever it was. Because remember, what he was doing was, in a sense, you got to look at it through the way that we could see it from a general view. He was producing pipelines, water systems, and he was investing a lot of money in Africa, like in pipes,
And
roads,
the
whatever.
country was fucking beautiful. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
and
Everyone was all right.
what he was doing was he was keeping the migrants back. He actually mentioned that. He actually said,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he was referring to Hillary Clinton or someone, because these are the people who actually did all of that. Now, because what he said was, he said, listen, when you take me out, he says, you in the West will receive a tsunami of migration. He said, there will be a tsunami of migration because I'm the one who holds these people back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the border. I'm like, the gold is here. I've got a wall of gold. I'm giving it to them. And they can, not contained, but they got shit to do.
Yeah.
Right? They got shit to do. Yeah. Right. So now what it is when you take away their shit that they do, right? They're gonna want to leave that. And look, this is like if you go back and look at why it's so important, why characters like Julian Assange, why characters like Hillary Clinton, and all these people are connected in this storyline. Some good and a lot of them bad. Yeah, right. See, it goes back to that. It goes back to whether it's the Epstein's, whether it's the Bill Clintons, yeah, Bill Gates, yeah, and all these names, in this fantastic, it's not the Wizard of Oz, right? It literally is. I think that's how
Yeah.
some people refer to it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like we're in the land of Oz, and guess what? You might even get a few houses spinning and flying away due to geoengineering and chemtrails, right? They might just spin some of these houses, and we're all in them. We're all in them, right? So look, there is like a curtain. Like some of us guys will know.
I
Yeah,
th-
it, it's that theatre, in it. These
yeah.
wizards and clowns,
You
with that
mentioned
magic.
you mentioned Wizard of Oz. I noticed the other day with the Rothschild that died, there was something to do with a Dorothy with him, weren't there? There was a big
Yeah,
thing to do
yeah.
with a Dorothy. I can't remember
Because
what it
remember,
was.
look, the Dorothy has the red shoes. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course,
Yeah, and
of
she
course.
clicks them together. Yeah,
The
and
straw man's
uh,
in there.
yeah. So they're all like they give you this. Look, that's exactly where we are. 'Cause look, there was 20 years ago. You could not imagine that our weather is now ordained by the scientists. Now
Hmm.
look at this now. What are they trying to tell us? And let's analyze this. Yeah. Now they're telling us that God, right, made this planet imperfect. there was something wrong, guys. The
Yeah,
geoengineering had to go, the GI Joe, the George had to come in, right, and save the planet. Motherfuckers, planet been around millions of years, man. What the fuck you got on about? Yeah, coming in with the aeroplane with the geoengineering, say, look, we're gonna save the planet. It's
yeah,
climate change, right? And we're saving the planet. You think, motherfuckers? You know, like, is this how stupid people have got? And a lot of them believe that shit. You know what
yeah,
you tell them? You say, listen, man, I'm fucking choking here, motherfucker. Look, chemtrails and shit, yeah?
yeah,
Think about it. What the fuck? He goes, look, they're transporting people. I said, you motherfucker. I go, are they lost? They
yeah,
keep going up and down the same plane. You don't know which way to go. So they come up with shit. And now I think now that they're believing some of them that we're technologically advanced, right? You know, we can geo and that in the planes and all that. This
yeah,
is
yeah,
this is like NASA technology, mate. Right? This is fucking big boy. Yeah. So you think people are believing that? You know, they think that it's all right to spray the skies, dim the sun, cover blanket cover. Right? No wonder Wacko Eunice used to do swing bowling. He used to take all the wickets. Yeah. They
yeah, yeah,
always used to have cloud cover. You know, the Geoengineer boys were out there at night, spraying up. Right, tomorrow, guys, we've got a bit cloud cover. Looks like Waka's going to take the wickets, yeah?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
you remember that? And remember that, look, when they go to take the wickets, they're going for the bail, yeah? Baal, right?
yeah, yeah,
With the three, they got to break the bail. You know, when they do the six, the umpire says, yo, it's a six, guys. The two little horns coming up there and say, yeah, it's a
yeah,
six,
yeah,
guys. With the guard, right? It's all connected, man. These ball games, you
yeah.
know,
So
geoengineering,
it always seems to be about wordplay. Everything's about
everything.
wordplay. It's fucking even with all this common law stuff. It's all words. It's all fucking words. It's all spells, spellings. It's
Yeah,
fucked,
you
man.
just got yeah, man. Absolutely.
All
It's like
spellings.
it gets. You know what it is? The spells. They're kind of like it's like a riddle. It's like a riddle connecting you all up, right? And the ball connects a lot of it up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because you got ball games. They're hypnotized with the sport. They're hypnotized with the games, the coliseums. Yeah, they're all hypnotized. And the ball, whether it's a deity ball, right, or whether it's the bail system, the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
everyone goes to the magistrate, because there you gotta seek bail. You gotta pay some money and you get bail. Bail says, "All right, mate, you fucking little cunt, you can run for 100 days. Yeah, just drop some money in the box
yeah,
first." You know
yeah,
what I mean? Yeah? Right? So, Paul, there's these three wickets. Then you got the triangle, Pharaoh's triangle. Yeah,
yeah,
right. Someone's gonna clip that and say, "Hey, look, he's a mason." Right,
yeah.
right,
Wait,
right.
that's why my hands are behind me back. Yeah,
Right? Clip this one as well, you motherfuckers. Right? So anyway, okay. Look, this whole game, this ball game, and even when you look at the Epstein Island, the building,
yeah,
right, the top of it as a square and the rising sun,
yeah, yeah,
connecting the 3 points to Pharaoh himself. And look, I'll be honest with you, man. The way I see this, and this is why sometimes I go into deep thought, right? How can you deny that we're not living in a Pharaoh system? How can you deny it? The dollar bill, the triangle, the one eye, right? And look, it's like this, yeah. You hear them in certain places,
yeah,
and whether it's courtrooms and that, and they're all saying, "Is so and so here? I do you agree with that? I you think,
yeah,
motherfucker, it's so
yeah,
in your face." And you look, the pirates, or what's his name, Popeye the Sailor Man. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye. Yeah, what
yeah,
they
yeah,
all
yeah,
going on? Yeah, right. It's like that. I was saying about with the Land of Oz, and like when I used to watch Land of Oz sometimes. Yeah, when I was a kid, I'll be honest with you. When I first watched it a few times, I was freaked out. I used to think those guys on the wheels, right? They have the wheels on their hands and that. Yeah, when I was a kid, now the whole storyline it was kind of really weird. It wasn't like some people get pleasure out of watching movies and that. Yeah, they enjoy it. that movie was always like a little bit. It had something to it. You know, it's like what the fuck, man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's like too much. It's like it's a mind fuck. Yeah, and I didn't. I'm not gonna say that I knew now what I knew. You know, there no, but it was just you know, a concept that you know used to kind of freak me out. And then her with the boots and all that shit, and the witches and all that, right? So 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 you know, looking at it now, you know, the way people are brainwashed into this system, and you got all these workers. Like I was telling you, they got two jobs now. The Tin Men.
yeah,
They got
yeah,
both jobs. They got two double. Tin Man's working even harder now. Yeah,
yeah,
but you
yeah,
ain't gonna. He's a fucking little cunt. Yeah, you ain't gonna. You know, he's a Tin Man. Yeah, right. And then you got the Bear. All them gangsters, COVID, they all wearing nappies and shit. Yeah, the big boys, the bad boys, right? You know, that you had some people are acting like Cray twins and shit. And what happened in COVID? They were sitting there shivering, mate. You know, no,
yeah.
they would open the door to the granny next door, thinking that, oh, yeah, COVID's coming out 10 o'clock today. Ooh, lock the door, you know, yeah. So now, look at these people, like the lions, you know, the guys, you know, the big boys, yeah. They got no aggression, right?
No,
Got no oomph. You know, they ain't
no.
got none of that. Yeah.
I tell you now, right? I know some. I've obviously had a bit of a checkered past myself, and a lot of people I thought would actually get up and do something, didn't do fuck all.
To sum
Absolutely
it up,
didn't. So proper people that I thought would actually do something. It was quite shocking to me to see how many. Joe, I noticed there was more women. More women have fought this than the men throughout the whole of the 4 years. There's
I
been a
gotta
lot
agree with
more
that.
women fighting this than the men, and most
Yeah, I
of the
gotta
men
agree
that
with
I
that.
thought would do something haven't done fuck all.
You know, totally agree with you, man. Look, uh, to be honest with you as well, yeah, you know, women. I'm not saying you know you call whatever one. Some women get shit done. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, some women have the power to do more courageous things than even men. Yeah, you know, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of women, right, doing
yeah,
a lot of work. Yeah, and most of the channels that I was affiliated with, yeah, there's probably about 20%, 25% men. The rest were behind the scenes, and even like you know, it is a lot of women, man. Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So men, if you're listening, men, us other men need you guys to fucking join in.
it's
We
good
need
fun,
you
man.
guys to
I mean,
join
look,
in.
it's liberating. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm on a personal level. I'm going to tell you, yeah. You know, when COVID happened, that changed my life
Yeah,
forever,
yeah,
forever. You know, right? And the simple way, you know, it changed my life. I learned the truth, and it came a point that how much are you going to allow others to suffer
yeah.
while you know about it? And look, we don't, like I said, we can't get violent, yeah, but you can spread awareness.
Of
You
course you
can
can.
get enough awareness,
Of
and
course you
that
can.
awareness might turn to a few men. And you know, look, you know, it's like everything starts somewhere. And look, it's very, it brings you to your sovereign state, and whatever that means. Like it brings you on your wants, right? You're dependent only on yourself.
Yeah,
Now it's only you. It's like you got to be here now. It's like a look. Some people, if they want to get all dramatized about it and movie and all that, yeah, you got to look at it like a superhero. You got to become that superhero for
yeah.
yourself, right?
You got to
And
become your own hero.
you don't need to go flying around in the red fucking quilt or anything like that. Yeah, you don't need to do
And
that.
you're wearing your pants on the outside of your trousers.
Yeah, right, with the pants up on the outside, you don't do none of that shit, yeah. But what you can do is, yeah, you can hit the gym, or you can do your thing at home, right? You can go and
Learn
search
to
out for your
shoot.
food now. Yeah, search out for your food. Search out who's going to be, actually on your ones. You got to understand that you come into this planet on your own. You were born, however, yeah. You come in alone. You're going to leave alone.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
going to be holding your hand when death comes. You're still going to leave alone. Yeah. So what has to happen is you got to like be that one for yourself, right? And say, right, this is my fight. I can see what's going on. How do we do this? What's my first move to try and affect this system? Don't contribute.
yeah,
Learn how to be protected,
yeah,
right? Simple things like not being in a joiner with them. That's fucking step one. Don't
yeah.
talk
Of
to them.
course.
right? Whether it's a cop, whether it's anyone, even they're all. Now we're not talking about NPCs now. We're talking about Smith. They're all Mr. Smith,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right, and that's it. And that's it. Just got. And look, I don't really promote any movies and this and that. Yeah, it turns out even the ones who made Matrix were a bit funny in the end. Yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
there you go, innit? Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is that you can still use their system and their ideas against them,
Well,
right?
that's what's worked for me. You know, with what I've been doing, it's flipping the script on them. So it's obviously you've seen all the shit I've been through. But every time I'm going through that stuff, I'm taking that, I don't let it get in here. I let it go over. I take the shit on the chin, but I absorb and all this information. I've learned quite a bit of stuff quite recently, to be fair. With all this shit that I've been through recently, being stuck up the jail and stuff, I've took a lot out of that mind. I've figured out a few things. I'm just looking into all a bit further now. But you've got to be able to. The one thing I've learned with this system is if you're going to stand in your sovereignty, if you're going to stand under a common law umbrella, let's just say, right, you need to find a way where you can use, because we got the right to jump in and out of our legal fiction using common law or our legal fiction. We can do that. We can step in and out as much as we want. If you want to go and contract with people and just say pay your bills or do your driving license, you can do that. But the difference is they can't. So
Yeah,
they've only
yeah,
got rules and obligations, and our rights trump their rules and obligations. So one thing I've learned recently is obviously we all know the prosecution service, the Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. Mate, I tell you what, from what I've seen recently, how corrupt that fucking lot are, right? And how much of the breadwinners they are out of this whole scenario. They get more money than the victim. They get more money than the courts, right? It's fucked. The whole system is set up for us to fail. So to be able to navigate, this is why I use the UCC, so I can navigate myself, my vessel through the water system, because that's what it is. It's a fucking maritime admiralty law. So the act, statutes, and legislation. You have to be able to find a way where you can navigate through that and be able to step out and step in as much as you want. You've got these rights to be able to fucking do that, and you should do that. Obviously, if you try and stand solely in common law jurisdiction, I mean, never give up your jurisdiction, because I never have myself. This is why that thing with the traffic warden, they took me off the court list, gave me a false what do they call it? Fucking put me in a false state of mind where I thought that was it. They'd shut it down, but they continued with the case without me there. They found me guilty in my absence, and the prosecution had the evidence to say there was no assault. There was no fucking assault, no assault, but they found me guilty anyway. And obviously, you've got to learn everything we go through. You have to pick something out of it. But
yeah,
the main
absolutely.
thing with all this system is you have to lose the fear with it. You have to fucking really, as scary as it is, you have to lose the fear, because that fear stop you from thinking straight. That fear will
Yeah,
stop you
yeah,
from acting out. I mean,
absolutely.
out of everything they've done to me, I've never once give up my jurisdiction. I've never once give them my details. I've never once give them my name or address. I've never once consented, right? And as much as they've done to me over the last few years, there's going to come a point. Well, look at it now. Everything's coming out. There's going to come a point. I'm still studying tort law and tort claims. There's going to come a point where I'm going to be able to claim everything back, and I'm fucking going to. I really am going to, because you have to go through the shit. You have to lose the fear. You have to fucking absorb all this information, whether it's being thrown at you or not, and try and take something from that and spin it, like you say, and flip the script on them and
Yeah,
use it
yeah,
against them, because that's our key way of winning. I mean, just by doing the UCC and becoming, taking back your name, your slave name, your Cesca V Trust. So you're now coming out of being the debtor, which is what they put you in as the debtor through the Cesca V Trust and the UCC. You now become the secured party creditor, the beneficiary of the trust, which stops them accessing your trust
yeah.
unless you allow it. Unless you allow it. It's that fucking
It,
simple.
it's like like you talking about the travel wardens and all this. Yeah, it's like since we got to know some of this stuff, it's like even with the police, right? It doesn't matter what country, whether it's because I watch a lot of these videos. You know, when a lot of auditors. I like watching auditors. Yeah,
Yeah. Have you watched
it's
Audit Britain? AB.
yeah, I watched him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I kind of recently I've watched. You know, for a long time I watched a lot of American auditing as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I'm trying to say is that they these professional traffic wardens, these police officers or these constables, right? They're just looking for one thing, right? Is they want the incident and they want your date of birth and your name. Now, look, actually, they don't give a shit what you done. They
No,
don't care what, why, when. For that
100%.
moment in time, they want to the first officer. Can remember they say the first officer, right? It's like first come, first serve.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
they've got this little pact with them, yeah. Hey, listen, man, if the officer gets in there first, that's his paycheck, mate. Right?
Yeah.
So they,
It's all about that.
yeah. So what happens is, like, referring to what you're saying, is that once they got your digits and they go, right, mate. Right, cool. I got your name, right? So he goes running back to the sergeant and says, hey, listen, I got a little pain for you, mate. I got a name. I got a name. What happened, Sonny? What happened? Explain to me. How many officers were there? Well, there's about 10 of us. All right. How many hours? Oh, yeah. How many vans? How many cars? How many buses? Was it a
Yeah, yeah,
helicopter?
yeah.
Right. So what happens is the captain, right? He makes a big fat bill, right? Right? And you know, and all that money, God knows how much money that each individual of the world, according to the UCC, whatever he's been accumulating, whether it's from this Ukraine war, even the billions that came from America, I reckon
Yeah, yeah,
some of
yeah.
that shit's in there as well. Right? Right? So all the coppers doing is comes over, he's got your details, he goes to his ranking officer, and all he does is, you know, in that little CPU office, they've just got this massive till, and it says print dollar. They and when the guy sitting in the office, he goes ka-ching, right? And what happens is, in reality, now on that person's details, that one little name with your little date of birth,
Yeah, yeah.
they're probably billing you fucking 1.3 million pounds for that little incident. But you know what it is? No one's ever gonna know.
No.
The same way some of these people get their medicines paid for, right? And they say, ooh, you know, Great Britain, yeah, free medicine, ooh, lovely. You know, they really care about us. They really care about us in the country, mate. Right? Right? So they got all these tablets, right? But what they don't know is the same way the copper's sitting there for your date of birth, the same way the doctor's got his legs crossed over and he wants your date of birth, right? For that incident. So why? So you can pay for the supposed assumption that it was a free service that the doctor's offering you. No, nothing is free.
No.
From that UTC code, right? They are waiting there to print that name so they get paid. It's as simple as that. And you know what else? As soon as the copper got that detail, guess who else is waiting? The magistrate's court's waiting in the
Yeah, of
corner there.
course they are. Of
Don't forget us.
course
We
they
got
are.
the next bill, right? Because there's going to be a courtroom. We're going to rent the courtroom. We're going to rent the judges, the prosecutor, and you know all of this shit, all this expense that no one ever knows. And then they send you a bill. I said, listen, you got some court charges. How much is it?
Right,
£25. You think,
right. Here, listen,
motherfuckers.
I can back you up and prove this, right? Let's just say this fucking traffic warden scenario, right, that they found me guilty on. The traffic warden wanted £775, right, in compensation. So he reckoned I barged in with my right shoulder. He said, yeah, he's a big guy, he's twice my size, right?
Okay.
I barged in with my right shoulder, causing him soft tissue damage. This cunt went to the hospital and everything, right? Full of shit. I've got the whole thing on video. So Crown prosecution had the video with no assault on it, right? Anyway, this fucking Darren Sodden, his name is, the traffic warden, Bristol City. He was saying, oh, I'm scared to go and work back in that area again. And da 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 da. This. Anyway, he wanted to go £775 fucking compensation, right? So do you know what I got? I got £680 in fines, right? Listen to this. 680. So he got £75 compensation, right? I'm not even
10% of
fucking
what you're
joking.
crying about.
What? And the prosecution got £500, and the court's got 100 and something quid. So the prosecution took the
Made the money.
500. The courts had their little bit of fees, and this fucking donut that said I assaulted him, right, got £75 compensation.
But you
£75.
know, these are scumbags. You know, even these traffic wardens, most of them, yeah, I'll be honest with you, they're scumbags, man. I've got my
Yeah,
history with this town as well. It's like they're you know, like this is weirdo, some of them, yeah. Um, so yeah, you know, um, in this town, we've had all kinds of issues with them. I have to hide my car now. I think last year I got about 100 tickets. Yeah, and they used to follow me. They knew where I used to live. They used to get in early. They used to get there late. And look, it's an organized system, right? It's a proper organized system now. Yeah, they're all out. Like the coppers are out. Like the doctors are out. You know, like all these specialists. Now even the dentists and all that. Yeah, there was a time back then even the dentistries and all that, they were part of the medical service. Yeah. All right, it's coming from the UCC. Like even that court bill you're talking about, yeah. Behind the scenes, the bill was probably about 30 grand,
yeah.
right? But we won't get to know that because they're gonna say, right, we hired these courtrooms, we hired the prison, we hired this chamber to arrest him. So they come out with all kinds of nonsense, yeah.
Yeah, so they
Um,
double tap us.
yeah,
They,
absolutely.
they hit the trust fund and they hit us in the pocket as well. Like.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying, it's a fucking brilliant system. It's just whenever they set themselves in stone, being masons, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got my own little analogy about it is yeah, is that when whatever reset that they're done, and people can probably realize what a reset is. We guys know, yeah, you know what they're attempting to do now, but
yeah,
they must have done this reset then when they established the UCC in the beginning in the first place, after
yeah,
all the wars and everything, because they had to establish it. The pencil drawn all the lines in and said, right, you, right. So now when they established that, there must have been a reset, right? Now you know, whatever they did and whatever buildings they destroyed, then what whatever they did during the war. Some people say wars were happening. Some people have the opinion that they were actually destroying all the major artifacts that they didn't want us to see, and they were just using the war as an excuse. Taking men from different countries, sending them to war, killing the odd few people here as well. A lot of the time they were continuing their reset. It's like like if you look down, if you want to compare it to when the time we were wearing nappies, yeah, you still had key workers out, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
same way. I'm talking about that while they had the war going on. It was a little scenario. They were so I've got this little thing where I say that when they did the reset, a lot of these buildings were made of stone, right? Humanity wiped out to some extent, unless you were subservient and you wanted to go along with their reset. Yeah, some of the families were paid and were part of it. Yeah, kept silent. So they came across these rulers. They came across all this stone, and it was free. These buildings they were free, empty, reset. Whether it was a flood or whatever, God knows what it was. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
fires. So so everything got wiped out, and these people were left with stonework, and it was all came upon them for free. So stonework is masonry, right? You could call stone a masonry. It's free masonry. Yeah, they
yeah.
got it all free. They took over this place for free. Masons, yeah, Freemasonry, yeah. So, so this is the game, isn't it, man? It's like they got all the theaters. They got all the theater of life, even. If you look on a bigger scale, they control the theater of life. For example, they make people believe that you've got an illness that needs curing. For example, let's take someone who 25-year-old. They say, "Hey, listen, mate, you got diabetes, mate. Here's a list of tablets you've got to take for the rest of your life now." So now,
Yeah,
who can confirm that? Are you going to get a second opinion, which most people won't? They will go by that. That first of all, they make money on it because they're taking per tablet from behind your back. Some tablets cost 100 grand, man. Some tablets cost £10,000 a tablet. You're not supposed to know, nor am I, yeah? So what they're doing is UCC sitting there again with all the tablets, with all the shit, and it's a fantastic system. They've got the even the hospitals are theaters. Because look, where they do the operation is a theater, right? Everything is a theater,
yeah, yeah,
right? It's like they've got good grip, but look, that grip is falling, right? It's the beautiful thing about this thing is like, whatever happened in COVID, and all that time, yeah, we're now at a place where they haven't got that control. You know, we're at a place where people are asking, you say, oh yeah, really? The people are fed up now as well. It's taking a bit of time though, right?
Yeah,
Look,
because it's hitting them now. It's starting to affect them on a personal
yes,
level.
2 jobs. Look, we always said, remember, Aaron, we used to say in the groups, yeah, that listen, when it hits them in the pocket, unfortunately, the greedy fuckers, they're only going to realize it when it hits their own pocket
Yeah,
because
yeah, of
nobody
course.
likes losing money. Yeah. Now, all these people, they're based on money. This is why they're very forgetful. They don't want nothing to do with anything because it's the money, because they're Jones and all this shit, and they're trying to be a billionaire, whatever. Yeah. So it's the money. So now, what it is that money, that saving, there ain't none. The missus still wants an extension. That saving's now gone. Missus ain't got a job anyway. So now what are you gonna do? So now it's like, damn, they get another job. So people are physically affected. You
Yeah,
go
yeah,
Tesco, sorry, I don't want to say, but you go to commercial entity stores, yeah, right? You're paying like Tucker Carlson was going on about. I think that was a brilliant example, yeah, where he's done shopping in Russia, it's cost him £100.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We're getting 300% more fucked than them.
yeah, yeah,
Like, come on, man, 100%. We're paying £400. Same as the dollar. In America, they're paying £400 for your
yes,
groceries, right? For that visit. But I used to do that visit. I remember I used to put it on a trolley. I used to have a massive trolley. I said, yeah, my 80 quid, mate. I said, yeah, lovely jubbly, yeah. The month's gonna go all right, yeah. Now it's like you pick up 4 things in a little basket, and it's like 60 quid. You know what? What's this? I don't eat anymore. I'm fasting from now on. Get away. I don't eat anymore. Right? It's like,
spot, mate.
so people are affected. So they want to know now, and then they're realizing who their masters are. Look, when you've got fucking Boris, right, as a government fucking prime minister, come on, man. Listen, the day Boris came in, we were done. When you
Yeah,
got Richie Sunak come in, we're double done. Yeah. Then you got creatures like Sadiq Khan lurking around with the masks on in the middle of fucking London and shit. You think, what the fuck? What the
yeah.
fuck happened?
I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen it. I haven't had a proper look at it yet. I've obviously I've literally finished tattooing and I've had to fucking jump straight on here. Look, but just before I jumped on here, I did share it earlier on, but I had a chance to proper look through it yet. But that Ron DeSantis has just passed a law to release all the Epstein documents again. There's something I've just shared it on the channel tonight. I've not looked into it properly yet, but he's just that Ron DeSantis, the
See,
sanctimonious Trump used to
see,
call
see,
him.
see, the thing is, yeah, that idiot was wearing those funny boots, that one, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Look at these clowns, man. I told you they're clowns, man. With the funny boots, yeah? So anyway, so I say, look, see, this is where we're at now, yeah? As soon as some, and I'll be watching this grow. If you look back as well, yeah, from early days, yeah, every time we got a little good news, right? Boom, a distraction.
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time we got a little Epstein and Biden's laptop, boom, big distractions. Yeah,
yeah,
FBI started recruiting like in 200, 2,500 more agents. So, they started going on loopy. Yeah. So now look, if we're getting to this, because look what they've done. The guys who were directly working for the three-letter agencies, yeah, right, to keep it simple, right, all these agencies that are all under one head in America or in the UK or anywhere else, or Five Eyes or whatever, yeah, it's like these guys are on their last legs. It's like they've got no power left anymore, yeah. They're working on false promises and like promising money and that from the next scam,
yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah. So they're done with scams. There's not many scams. There's not many scams left now. They've done all of them, right? They've
yes,
got much. And look what they've done in the Middle East. Yeah, you can tell that. Look, whatever's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Gates being the same family, Epstein having his connections to submarine pilots and all this, and suddenly you got this massive event in the Middle East. You think, every time that they bring out something and there's a bit of truth coming out, whether it's about the Bidens or Hillary Clinton or the Aberdeens and all of these, all this whole gangs, CIA gang, yeah, there's always something coming after. There's
Yeah,
always,
yeah,
so I'm looking at, I think they're going to probably do something silly in Ukraine. They're losing on that front. They can't sell that
yeah,
idea and the story anymore. The story's sold out, bankrupt. Yeah. Uh, so now what you got is, yeah, they're searching. Yeah, they're searching, and what they're trying to do is, you can see that as is nearing Trump's return, and let's be real about it, yeah, as we're nearing that emotion, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
false flags are getting wilder, right? And you
They
can
do.
see them playing in. Because who's to say that they all don't say, listen, man, it's World War III now, guys. Right, everybody, stay home. Oh, COVID is back as well, by the way, guys. Yeah. And look, they've already set the moral standard. Look, all it takes is, yeah, for one nation of people to set a standard. The standard has been set. We know where all the police recruits are trained. We know where everybody learns all their shit. We know how they all learn how to do their infiltration without mentioning any names, yeah? We know where they go, yeah? And we know where it's all linked to, whether it's the
Yeah,
Biden, whether it's the Epstein Island, whether it's any other place, yeah? It's all connected.
yeah, yeah.
Like the UCC is connected, same
What's
way
that?
this
Sorry, say
trade is
again.
connected. The way the UCC is connected to every country, the
Yeah.
same way this human trafficking
Well,
and this whole
I just want
ring.
to. I touch on the UCC a minute. So the UCC is based on canon law. Canon law is the Church of England and the Vatican. So there's no denying. I've got some canon law stuff that proves about the birth certificate fraud. It's fucking. It's all linked. Everything's fucking linked. It's a satanic slave system.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I just got a little custard and chocolate cake there, a little bit.
I
No,
got steak and fucking chips waiting to be cooked downstairs,
you
man.
done all right, man. You done all right, man.
Oh, mate, listen, my fucking mate, Mr. A. I won't say his real name, Mr. A. So I'm just gonna give this guy a quick thank you. He's been amazing. He's helped me out a treat recently, and Mr. A sent us a fucking meat hamper from
Wow.
meatsupermarket.com. It is. Fuck
Yeah,
me,
yeah. I'm
man. I
taking.
tell you, it's about 70 quid's worth of meat, steaks and fucking
Yeah,
lamb, fucking minted
I
lamb.
normally
There's
I
loads
normally
of it
try
down
that,
there. So, Mr. A,
Mr.
much
A,
love, my
man.
brother.
You know what I mean? You're getting me hungry as well. I do
I ain't
drive.
eaten yet, man.
You might as well eat in it soon anyway. Yeah. So listen, what I'm saying is yeah, I drive for steak. I have to have a very big steak. Yeah, it's got to be a manly size. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, look, Aaron, you were saying, innit? You were saying about uh, what were you saying about you were saying something before we talked about
I
steak.
tell you what, there is something I want to touch on. I want to
Go
get your opinion on. What's your thoughts about the infiltration in the truth movement?
on. To be honest with you, right? I think there's too much infiltration. A lot of them have been waiting. They've been learning our ways. They've been copying us. They're
Yeah,
using our
cloning us.
terminology. Yeah, look. We know that the NPCs in it. They're learning how to be somebody else, in it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause- yeah, and look. I do know even from the early days there was a lot of high-profile politicians even sitting around in people's groups. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
um, yeah, we've caught them in the past, right? And we know that they're listening in because look, whether they like it or not, word of mouth is more powerful than their advertising
hundred
campaigns and
percent.
all that. Look, these terms and these things didn't come from nowhere. They got power.
Of course, yeah,
Word of mouth is powerful, right? Never underestimate that the very people who are running these news medias and all these TV programs and dramas, they listen in to common people.
yeah,
They listen into common people and they take common comedy. They take the ideas from the common people, the normal people. Then they go and put them on the radio. They use the same words and the gimmicks that were once funny because it came from yourself or myself. But these guys, they're listening in because remember, they got no imagination. They haven't got that wit about them. They haven't got the energy of life, right? They always have to look over their shoulder when they're moving because they made moves, yeah, to
yeah,
get
yeah,
where
yeah.
they are. You know, they go on guilty conscience. Some of them don't even think about that. They've sold their souls. Yeah,
Yeah, of course they
they
have.
think this life is everything. They think that when they die, there's no accountability. But hang on a minute, mate. Why have you all got a fingerprint?
Yeah,
Every single person from the day was people when mankind started till now, everyone's got a separate fingerprint. So look, so these people look, they think that there's it's like they're gonna do all their crimes, they're gonna murder and do all these things with the celebrities. You know what they do all over the world. Look, it's not just in the West, yeah. You can look in most countries that are connected to UCC. They're doing their people in a different way, right?
yeah,
Because look, let me just quickly go back to what I feel is the biggest power that they had, and they're losing it on the front. It's like the television. Wherever they wanted to grip a nation, they didn't. Back then, they used to send in the military. They used to
yeah,
send in the bombs. Now they send a flat TV, flat pack. They send that into everybody's bedroom, and that's it. That's all they want people to do.
yeah,
Get a lovely TV. That's how they look. That's why they give. You know, back then TVs were expensive. Nowadays, they throw them out to people. You can replace one. The insurance company give you a free one. You know, if you know the system to play, look, they're giving them out free, right? So what I'm saying is that the most powerful weapon they had was the TV, the tell-lie vision.
yeah.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Killed it.
Fortunately, yeah, and the goodness, the kindness, because there is a certain element of goodwill
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the other side, you know. Because look, Aaron, you and I, we don't get paid for this. We don't get paid for every day living this life of because our records on repeat as well.
yeah,
Because that's how we live now. Anybody we see, a new person that hasn't had a taste of what you're going on about, you're gonna tell them because that's who we are now, right?
yeah,
So it look, it's goodwill, man. It's and word of mouth, goodwill, right? Honest business, right? Because there has to be honesty in it as well, yeah. Because we got too many corruption. We got too
fucking
many
everywhere.
people. It's too much, man. It's look, most of the politicians, yeah. There's a lot of them, right? You can't even. You're gonna need to fucking hold a lot of people accountable, and
Yeah.
I believe
Well,
that this. Go on, Aaron.
a lot of people ain't gonna be able to walk down the fucking street after this. I mean, let's just back to the movement. Just say for instance, like I got more respect for the cunts out there that have put their name and faces out there and have been shilling. Because as much as they're fucked anyway, when all this comes out and it all comes out, and there's no hiding from this, but it's the coward cunts that hide behind the fake profiles. There's cowards, pure cowards. They can't even put their name out there, their face out there. They got so much to fucking say hiding behind their screens. I've had so many. I had a death threat the other day on fucking YouTube. There's an anti-Aaron Walton task force on YouTube,
Oh,
man. I feel
oh,
honoured.
man. That's big, man. You know what I mean? They're raising an army, man. What does that tell you, man?
Yeah,
Motherfucker. They have to gather up in groups
that's
just to
it.
have it. Oh, look, we're all together. We
I'm
will
out.
all.
I'm out here on my fucking own. I'm out here on my own. It takes all of them cunts to
That's the
try and
power.
discredit me. And do you know the best bit, right? Is it doesn't matter what they say about me, right? Because I couldn't give a flying
All
fuck.
right,
It
yeah,
goes right
yeah,
over my head
yeah.
because I
That's
know
exactly
the
how it
truth.
is.
And no one takes these fucking idiots seriously. I was having it earlier on. It just I find so much amusement right out of these trolls. It's fucking unreal. But what I'm trying to say is basically no one's fucking safe. Once the people, and this is their biggest fear, once the people are awake, right? That's their biggest fear because they're fucked. Did you? I don't know if you just noticed. They're trying to put like a £30 million fucking bill in right now for all the politicians to get protection. What they're worried about?
Yeah, they know, innit?
Well,
They're only going to be
because they
worried
know.
because they're criminals.
They
They're
know we're
criminals.
coming for them.
Yeah.
The
Only the
people.
guilty. Only the guilty going to need protection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they got that guilt. They got it.
Yes.
They're
They know
worried.
they're doing it. Look, I've got
How
pictures of Ricky
how
Senna.
guilty do you feel, Amran? I don't
Yeah,
feel
look,
no guilt.
we're loving it, right?
I
We
got
don't,
I got like there's no pillow as soft as a clear conscience. That's all I'm gonna say.
look, I sleep well. I
Yeah,
really enjoy my sleep. I tell you what, man, I enjoy my sleep that much. Nowadays, I dream a couple of dreams every night, and I'll be in different places. That's how much I'm loving it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So it's like I'm detached. I got my own storyline now. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
follow their storyline. We got our own, like, ourselves. I'm not been trying to be selfish or anything. Yeah, but when you come away from this reality, you understand it, and you stand with the good people. You stand with the truth. Yeah, I tell you what, it's like a drug. It's like a buzz, right? You feel that buzz.
You find your tribe, don't you?
Yeah, and that's how we try. No, that's who we are. Like I've said before, like, we live, breathe, walk, and talk for the truth, and that's
Yes.
it. Yeah.
100%.
So I love that. I love that. And I tell you what, in most of my life, I've met a lot of lions. That's something that actually affected me. Especially in my work. Yeah.
Yeah, and me.
And it came to a point. Yeah, it came to a point that I just had to say, you know what? That piece of humanity I got to put over there, because it was humanity from inside my heart
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
trusting them every time. That part of the humanity was trusting them every time. But the thing is, look, 50% of the people, right, for the money, for whatever reason, yeah, they'll give up. They don't care. They're
yeah.
like, they're just not. I know there doesn't need to be even 40% of people to wake up. 30, 40, 35% of good people. People like yourself working.
I think we're past that stage now. Anyway, if they say like that certain percentage, don't they, and then the rest will follow. The followers
Yeah,
will follow.
yeah.
I
It
think we're
develops.
past that. I think
Yeah.
we're at that stage right now because the amount of people that are waking up right now and speaking about it's on all over the fucking news.
I
It's
think you're right. I think
it's
you're right.
fucking everywhere.
Yeah. I've been. I look for a couple of years, right? A year and a half. I kind of. I don't look at much. Yeah, because for me to get where I am, comfortable, happy, sitting there talking with yourself, um, I spent a year just recuperating, man. Having to accept this NPC reality,
I'm still
and
fucked.
yeah, we have our days, isn't it? It's like this clown stuff, this adrenochrome stuff, this
Yeah,
Pharaoh stuff. I've put it in a box at the moment. I've just
yeah,
put it
yeah,
over there, um, because look, for a few reasons. Because people will get information overload, right? So I think one lesson I've learned over this time is I had to slow down a little bit.
yeah. Hmm.
I had to, even now, like, I'm a little bit excited today as well, but yeah, I had to slow down. My character's like that. You know, I'm like,
But Amran, that's what we love about you, man. You just wind you up and let you go, man. You just fucking
yeah,
on
that's
one.
it. Yeah, that's it. So, I don't do this often. I have to do this. There's something that, look. I used to talk a lot before, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
entertain, laugh, and all that, yeah. But at least now, there's something worth talking about. The truth, because a lot of the time before, the truth was just about gossip, neighbors, local things,
yeah,
the
yeah,
pub, whatever. It was just that, yeah. But now, look, in the beginning, we were talking about it's a serious thing as well, right? We got to get healthy, strong. That's the way. Look, that's another way that people want to know what you're up to.
yeah,
It's like a few people I met today, right? The one guy, I ain't gonna mention his name. I told him Flash, yeah. I met him in the gym, and he goes, "Oh, you're looking all right, mate." He says, "Oh," he says, "What are you doing then?" I says, "Yeah, I don't eat GMO. I get my food from the farm.
yeah, yeah,
And I don't go to the local shops anymore. I like fresh eggs, where they look after the chickens. I've got a lot of my friends and all of that. And this is what they're into, and I'm into that. I like that kind of living, right?
yeah,
And and I'm the result of that. I watch what I eat. I watch who I talk to. I don't let negative energy around me. I want to be with positive people who want to do positive things
yeah.
and
You
move
got to
forward.
protect your energy.
Yeah, and I said, "This is it, my man." I says, and he goes, "Yeah, I want some of that." I go, part of it is knowing your surroundings, right? Knowing that this system is the beast. You're here. You got to know that whatever that was going on there, this was all planned. You got to understand depopulation is a thing. I said, you look at the skies. I go, are you too busy on your phone?
That's it.
Right?
Everyone's looking like this, isn't it?
Yes.
Everyone's
Look
looking
at this,
down.
look down there. I says, where are you looking at the moment? I says, I says,
Need to
what you
look
gonna
up.
do? Yes. I says, enjoy the sun. I got as much as what we get from it, whenever it's out, be out there. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
I said, enjoy the light. Yeah. And even stuff like, look, I sit in the garden sometimes with my shoes off, and I like to just sit there and I like to be in the sun. I like to close my eyes and look at the sun.
Yeah.
And I said, these are the things. I said, these are the things are having an effect. And I said, so there's a whole,
Yeah.
you got,
I can back you up on that one, because since I've been out here, up in the mountains and that, it's fucking. I tell you what, like, I don't even really need to ground. Like, I used to go out and try and ground before, like, because I'm out and about in it all the time. If I'm not busy, if I'm not tattooing or doing anything else, I am fucking off. I'm up in the mountains, I'm out in the woods, and even
people
when I'm not
have
just
stuff.
hiking, I go to me fucking archery range, and I'm now out there fucking shooting and
Exactly, yeah,
out
yeah.
in the mountains, in all the fucking in the forest, and that's beautiful. I'm just looking for waterfalls. I'm drinking the water. It's fucking. I tell you what, and
That's
it's
the
done.
life, man.
I mean, I feel like, let's just say, the last few months, just before Christmas, uh, I'm in such a better place now than where I was, and I feel like a big weight's off my shoulders. I feel like I'm getting back to me again. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I tell you now, like, I got so much fucking strength right now. I've got so much
Yeah,
determination, so much fucking drive, so much fucking passion, right,
that's
to
right.
win this fucking war, to get people up on their feet and get, mate. I tell you, we need the biggest people
It's time.
party when this shit's over. It needs to be like that. I can't remember which Matrix it is. Remember, they're in the cave and they're all dancing. They got that fucking,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they got
yeah,
that
yeah,
music on.
yeah,
They're like the tribal
yeah.
dance. I keep imagining the people's party after all this is over, because we got so much goodness coming. And this is what, people seem to lose hope and they lose faith. And I think people, because of all the shit, and there is a lot of shit going on right now, because of all the shit we're going through, people tend to forget about the end game. This is already won. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this is already won. What we got coming is so positive, and as far as I'm concerned, it starts from November onwards. I think next month, I think we're going to put this in another thingy down. One of them, what they done to us 4 years ago
Yeah, yeah.
in
No, look, look, look,
2020. I
don't tell
think
me.
they're going to do that again next month onwards. I think,
Yeah,
or they're going to at least try. But there's so much. They've got a couple of moves left. That's it. I
they
think they're
haven't
going
got
to try
Atlantic
that.
standard anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're going
it's
to
like,
try
look,
that. If that don't work, I think they're going to try civil war with all this immigration coming in. They're going to use them for voting. They're going to use them for civil war. That's not going to work. I think they might try and shut down communications and the internet. But I think that'll be the last thing they do. If I'm honest with you, I think if they shut down the communications and the internet, that's an act of war, and that's when
yeah,
military will step in and deal with that situation. So I think that'll be their last move. But I think with everything going on this year, and there's going to be a lot going on from November onwards, I think it's going to get a bit spastic, if I'm honest with you, between November and January, between the elections and the inauguration. And I think it's going to be an old barrel of laughs, mate. 4 years, I reckon, of pure exposure and pure
yeah,
fucking arrests. And, well, look at the shit coming out now on the fucking mainstream media for the people to chew on. Like, there's some people out there that don't listen to nothing but the mainstream media. I mean, are you seeing like all these fucking things coming out about the I won't say what it
yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah. They're
All the
turning.
stuff
They're turning.
about that, and
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
about
Look, look, look.
the
See,
so-called virus.
yeah,
It's
the word of
fucking
mouth. Look,
bonkers.
look, look. I know so many people, right? And I was mentioning the other day that I got a friend of mine, yeah, who's got turbo cancer, and it's already gone too far. But
Fuck.
guess what? Guess what? He's scratching his head, bless him, yeah. And I says, what's, he said, I feel that there's something else you're not telling me.
Yeah,
He says,
yeah,
"What?" He says, my other brother's got it too, and we both been given it at the same time. I says, what changed between both of you in all that time? I
yeah,
said, you had a little taster, yeah,
yeah,
right, right. So now even there, and look, bro, listen, it's like when you've been told you got cancer and you're in stage 4, there ain't much left, yeah, and then you're thinking like that, yeah. And I go, look, I said, do you remember when I was told everyone's called me a madman? That I was going around different pharmacies with a megaphone telling them you're murderers.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, you got to start
I remember we used to shout out the fucking attic roof.
right. So look, I'll be honest with you. I lost a lot of people. I think it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, It was beautiful. I thought, yo, wash my hands of all these fuckers now,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So, so now and the people are finding out the hard way. It's like I know one young lady, right? She runs a salon on that, yeah, and she says 30-40% of people that young girls and mothers that come to me, and they're all complaining that they're all sterilized and they're clear that it's the vaccine, you know, right?
Yeah,
So word of mouth. And look, yeah, and when you're in these places like these beauty parlors, women are spending a lot of money, yeah, right, and they're sitting around in groups, yeah, and you were saying, women done a lot of the work. Listen, there's a little silent eruption going on within, you know, in certain groups, yeah, and they're going from stage to stage, like whatever's going on
yeah,
far away as well is connecting. You remember, it's all about them all connecting the dots together and
yeah,
figuring out who owns this place, who you're not allowed to talk about, and now it's on amplify mode. It's in every see. Look, everywhere you go, it's about. And what do people want to do now? What's the most important thing people want to do? Because to get to the bottom of anything, people have to research.
yeah.
So what's happening is they're going into one thing, but then the AI is giving them 10 other topics to look at because it doesn't want you to see the one that they're hiding, but
And
it allows you to see everything else. Yeah.
they're going
So then,
down multiple rabbit holes without even
yeah,
realizing.
yeah. So they're coming back thinking, wow, you know. So because look, also what they've done is the rulers themselves, the Satanists, right, wherever they are, people know it's their reaction now. When you trap a rat and you put him in the corner, right? Even the rat will attack back, right?
Yes.
Right? So what's happening is you're seeing that attack now. And, it's going to get a little bit bigger, right? They're going to attempt a lot of things, yeah? Because remember, Biden, Hunter, Huma Aberdeen, Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah.
all of these different places, Disneyland, right? And they all got them. They all got them, whether it's Kazakhstan, whether it's this stand or that stand. Look, the UCC, whoever's compliant in the UCC, right? That grip when they controlled every nation. Look, they're all involved in this control system. So you're going to see, and look, and they're fighting in different ways, right? Each country's got its own, uh, you know, way of making money. It's like if you look at some regions, they export a certain race of people. You look at some countries, they export a certain race of people. It's like everything's jigged,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
yeah. And look, and it's too obvious now. It's too obvious now.
There's no
There's
putting the genie back in the bottle.
you can't say, listen, mate, it's not happening. Listen, it started with when they brought the nappies out. When
Yeah,
they
yeah,
brought the
yeah.
nappies out, behind the scenes, the key workers and all of that, with the dinghies and all that, they were all coming in super fast. And listen, you got to look at it this way as well. It's also connected to Russia.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because look, if you look at some of the regions, yeah, you got Russia now. That's over the last 15, 20 years. It's come in, and wherever America has moved out from, now Russia's sitting there, right? For example, Syria, Iraq, all these different places. You got the Americans going on one side, and then you got Russia coming in. Now, what the effect that has is all of the foreign agents that are employed by the three-letter agents, they're going to come home to their masters
Yeah.
because Russia's not going to let them be. He's not going to let them be in them regions anymore. Because look, some countries are using football to promote themselves. You
Well, it,
got
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but the
so,
history with Russia, excuse me, this is like a grudge from like fucking way, 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 way back with Russia. This is like a grudge against Russia. This whole Russia bullshit, right? It all goes back to the Khazarian mafias and stuff, doesn't it?
yeah,
It's fucking, but because
yeah,
they got kicked out of Russia for being Satanists, didn't they?
yeah. Russia's got its own history with these people. Look,
Yeah,
if I want to go on a deeper level, yeah, yeah. Sorry for jumping back in, Aaron. Yeah,
yeah.
is that
Excuse me.
historically, uh, historically, we've got. I think we should. I could probably do a whole few videos on this. Yeah, not just the Khazarians, You got the Hazars and you got the Khazars,
Yeah.
right? You got these few little clans, yeah, and same like the dual system. You know, they always have two parties
Yeah.
between one of them, right? Same like the Gog and Magog, where you've got if you look back and you look at when they did the reset, and you look at when they designed the straw man. If you look at Gog and Magog, they're represented by two straw men made of straw, right? And the two oppositions, right? So there are always two choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now remember, look at this as well. When you look at 9/11 and all that, what happened there, right? That was like the end of the dual system
Yeah.
from the two options down to one option. If you notice, all the new buildings that were built in recent times are singular. They're on their own, like the Shard and all these other little triangular buildings, yeah? And it's all, and like you got the obelisks, they were singular. There was a
Yeah.
time in Pharaoh's control, in the old time of Pharaohs, where obelisk to me is similar to their rockets, right? Because in a sense, yeah, the rocket and the obelisk, that was to signify the control over the skies. Because remember,
Yeah.
even Nimrod was building a tower to reach the moon, right? You know, right? So that's their mentality, isn't it? So
Yeah.
these towers, these obelisks, you know, uh, this is their magic plan. Because look, now you know when they did the reset, whether it was 200 years ago or whether it was some kind of script they unearthed. For example, look, if you look back in history, right, you know, you'll find that we had more advanced things than we might have now. They were more advanced than
Yeah.
us,
Of
yeah,
course.
right.
They couldn't
So,
reproduce them buildings now, could they?
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
and then look, and look, going maybe on an offshoot on us, and look, they've been setting nations. You can look at a subject called incubator babies,
Yeah.
right? When they were setting up colonies and setting up lands, for example, right? Just imagine you, if 50 years ago, 100 years ago, you claim that there was some kind of bogey going around, everybody's going to die, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is you send the elderly in one direction because they're not use for them because it's the same kind of storyline. You send the children to the nation that you're starting off, and the men and the women, you send some of them to war, then you're left with the women.
Yeah.
So if you look at the bankers, you look at how they did everything. You know, if you look in different ways, they were just rejigging society with the same template. You know, whether it was incubator baby, sending all the children, for example, just imagine they sent 1 million children from all around the world, from different places, send them to Australia, teach them a schooling system that tells them about all these things, even what they tell you now, brainwash them into learning a way of life which becomes the standard,
Yeah.
right? So, how do you start that? Well, you can only do that if you've got 1 million children, you let them grow up, right? You already got the buildings there because you just annihilated the people that were there before,
Yeah.
right? And not like the Aborigine plans that they show us, but what I mean is they weren't Aborigines, they were well advanced, yeah? So when you wiped them all out, send all these children. Now back then, even you could go down the idea that they had this script, they just used that plan and that script to set up all the UCCs, set up
Yeah.
all the different schools, set up the entire prison system, right? So everybody complies. So it's like what you're saying, an open prison, but no one knows it's a prison. It's
Now it's a fucking open mental asylum.
that's how I know. That's it. It is, man. It is. It is. It's look. You got to like look at this place and think. You know, it's time to rethink.
Yeah.
You got to understand your enemy. If you don't know your enemy, we ain't gonna win this war. You gotta accept certain truths, and there's certain things that they do that you're gonna find out about. That you got to be strong-minded and strong-hearted, right? And you know, and this is, I think this is what we kind of came on today, was to like just to let people know that look, we're waiting for others,
Yeah.
right?
And that's what
Brothers
we are
from
doing.
other
We're waiting.
brothers. you know, sisters from different misters, yeah, whatever it is, yeah. We're waiting for people to like, join in and do what Aaron's saying as well. I think it's an excellent idea. Couple of days a week.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just don't get involved. Don't contribute. Don't use your cards. Pay the farmers and do your business. I promote farmers. You should promote farmers. Look back. If you look back in history as well, I know I got a bit too far up, down, left, right. Because of the burst of energy. Yeah, is that look what they did to farmers. What people don't realize is they took much land from the farmers by taking out the farmer families. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to get to know about people like, that doctor back then. I'm not going to say his name because he got a powerful evil name. Yeah, he
yeah,
went
yeah,
around euthanizing.
yeah.
And he was then accumulating
Sorry,
the
you
wealth.
cut out then, mate.
Yeah, I think he cut out for a minute, man. I didn't even mention the name.
I
Right?
can barely hear you, and I'm hearing a repeat on my fucking. I'm hearing my voice repeating. I can barely hear you. It just switched off. You disappeared, and now you're back, and it sounds all funny.
How you doing, guys? The guys who just joined the show now recently from the three-letter agency. How you doing, people? Come through the lines. Right,
Amran,
anyways, go on. We got to
right,
move
I
on.
tell you what, my battery's gonna go anyway. Let's end this up now. We'll redo it again. We'll do another live soon or so. We'll have another chat.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm just on a quiet little channel. I'm on Q Total Recall, but a lot of the time I like looking at Aaron's page. Yeah, it's got all the info there. It's got all the news. So yeah, a lot of the time I'm either in Aaron's chat, which is on Telegram, and then I've got my own little group. I'll probably put something in the messages or whatever if it's there, or I'm in Telegram. If you come to meet the people, you'll know where to come from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's been a pleasure, Aaron.
Absolutely, brother.
And next time we're gonna do some screen shares. I've got some real information to have a little, maybe a slow conversation, and
I'll give you a call during the week, and we'll arrange something, and maybe we can get a few bits up together, some pointers. Obviously, I'll share this video on YouTube. It will automatically upload. So if there's anything you want me and Amran to discuss or bring up, if you can drop it in the comments, give us a like and a subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Amran as well. But we'll do this again, and we'll see what else we can bring out and see if we can get some sort of structure to the next one.
Yeah. Let's plan something. Bit of history, bit of this, bit of that, and have some fun conversations. A bit slow paced.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'll give you a call in the week. Let's end this up now. If you wanna catch me off of YouTube, I'm on Telegram. We the People Worldwide. About 25,000 subscribers. Watch out for a few troll channels out there that clone myself, that clone Amran, and they try to cunt us off. We absolutely love them, and we forgive you in Jesus' name. And we'll do this again, Amran.
Yeah, respect, my man.
I should speak to you in the week.
Yeah, you too, man.
Much love to you, brother. Stay safe,
bro.
Ta-ra, man. We're gonna find out how to end this now. Right, see you soon, brother. Take care.